Sandman.
Greetings, friends. I bet each of you has seen the little garden gnomes in their red hats standing outside your home or garden. In fact, there are many varieties of these creatures, and in this video I will tell you about some of them. Good guardians of the home and farm, the Nisse. These magical creatures have captured the imaginations and hearts of people across Scandinavia for centuries. Though rarely seen, tales of their antics and acts of kindness have been passed down through generations. They are said to live on farms and in the forest, often taking up residence in barns, the spaces under houses, old trees, or under large rocks. These little guardians range in height from a few inches to about 3 feet tall. Their appearance can vary greatly, though they usually have white beards and wear conical red hats and simple, earth-toned clothing. Some say they have a single piece of clothing with a belt, while others describe them wearing trousers, a doublet, cape, and pointed red Phrygian cap. Their gnarled faces are kind but mischievous. Legend tells that they have been living alongside and helping Scandinavian homesteads since ancient times. It's said that a farm that is cared for by them will prosper. In the old days, when most people worked small homesteads and farms, having one choose to help your household could mean the difference between surviving or not making it through the long, bitter winters. Tales describe how they live in the nooks and crannies of barns and homes, often making their beds out of feathers, moss, or straw in out-of-the-way places. They are able to make themselves invisible to humans at will, though animals are still able to spot them. Perhaps because they are so tied to the land and love animals, they have an uncanny understanding of livestock and other creatures. These beings use their magical powers to help the households and farms they've adopted. They are especially helpful to hardworking, kind hosts. Stories abound of them tending and healing livestock, cleaning homes and barns, keeping vermin away, and even helping with domestic chores when extra hands are needed. Some legends even tell of them helping with human babies, rocking cradles and singing softly to sleepy infants. They often develop special connections to children, playing harmless pranks and teaching valuable lessons. For kids they judge to have good hearts but misguided impulses, the pranks may be designed to embarrass or annoy in small ways, encouraging better behavior. It's believed they can give blessings of health and luck to newborn babies in the households they look after. As thanks for their assistance, those living on the lands would leave small gifts or offerings, such as a bowl of porridge with a pat of butter, a small pile of sweets, or a warming mug of ale. Even today, traditions remain of leaving a treat out to honor or appease them. However, while they appreciate a gift, they are easily offended if offerings aren't kept up or if they feel unappreciated or insulted. Should the people living on their lands forget to give thanks or lose their sense of hospitality and charity, these impish spirits may leave or worse, turn to mischief ranging from annoying to downright destructive. Stories warn of them hiding away or even maiming livestock, breaking pots and pans, keeping people awake by making noise, undoing chores so they have to be repeated, or tangling hair into impossible knots. In the most extreme cases, they may even lame horses, drive people mad, or burn down homes. Luckily, such stories are rare, as these guardian spirits will usually simply move on quietly to a new home rather than ramp up tricks to cruel levels if they feel unappreciated. Given that they often form multi-generational ties with households, it takes a true pattern of neglect over years for them to escalate punishments. Often small amends, heartfelt thanks, sincere apologies, and restored offerings can mend fences. They are as varied in their personalities as people are. Most tales paint the majority as having gentle, playful dispositions inclined more towards kindness than malice. Even among the helpful spirits, some may have short tempers while others delight especially in playing tricks. Typically, it is only after long-term provocation that they leave or turn dangerous. According to folk tales, they possess incredible strength for their size. Stories describe them shifting massive logs humans couldn't budge an inch, building intricate structures single-handedly overnight, or hurling grown men and livestock through the air if angered. Tales of their feats of strength helped reinforce the idea that though they looked like frail old men, their magical abilities made them forces to respect. These creatures are so sensitive to insults or perceived slights because of ancient legends about their origins. Folklore says that they were once nature spirits who helped the Old Norse gods. When Christianity came to Scandinavia, they refused to abandon their work helping households and farms. In punishment for continuing to avoid Christian teachings and defy the new God, they were condemned to take the form of old men with ugly, wrinkled faces and forced to hide from mankind. This myth may help explain why they can still use magic yet are only seen when they choose to be. It might also be the root of accounts claiming that though normally invisible, praying to see them or trying to spot them may result in briefly glimpsing their true giant or fearsome form in reflections, water, by the light o' the moon, or from the corner of your eye. Tales issued warnings that seeing their uncloaked shape could mean doom, disaster, or at best, lifelong nightmares. Luckily, such sightings were said to be rare since they much prefer privacy. Far from being feared, however, these helpful spirits have become beloved cultural icons. In some areas, traditions developed of honoring the household guardian during Yule or Christmas, by gifting the tomtegubbens natmasa with treats, ale, and gifts on Christmas Eve or by including a bowl of rice pudding on Christmas itself. Regional names evolved based on local legends, with some of the most common being Tomt or Hartomt, Sweden; Nisse, Norway, Denmark; Tomtu, Finland; Thusser in Jutland, Denmark; Puge in southern Sweden; Nisse or Wooden Nick, Britain; and many other related regional names and types. Today, for many Scandinavians, having kept these charming troublemakers alive in stories, traditions, and celebrations is a beloved part of cultural history. Rather than being feared, they represent a magical sense of goodness, togetherness, and connection to nature, land, and past generations. Their playfulness and hidden gifts bring warmth during bitterly cold winters between people who open their hearts and uphold generosity and charity. For many people, believing in them and their small miracles embodies holiday spirit and the magic of Yuletide cheer.